Okay, give me a few seconds. I have to start this. Okay, I don't want the audio. Um. Oh God, a lot of things to do. A lot of things to do. Textbook, economics and politics. Um, Note making book. Pen, sample paper. I don't want now. So, what did I do in the morning? Yesterday morning. Water resources. Water resources. Manufacturing industries. So, um, 9:30 a.m. It's the time now. Okay, I'm going to start with economics. Each chapter, or should I do politics? No, economics will do. Economics. What else should I do? I should check the textbook. Then I should check its questions. NCRT textbook questions. SST हिंदी में ही कि इंग्लिश में? हाँ, SST in English. CBSE board. Hello. Okay, so economics it is. We start with economics. To completely finish each chapter, I will mostly be going to. I will first go to the textbook of it, and then साइंस का पेपर ओके था. एमसीक्यूज थोड़ा ट्रिकी था, पर हाँ, और वो पेपर बहुत लेंथी था. आई गॉट थर्ड सेट. Okay, so um, economics. So NCRT quick brief in NCRT questions. Extra questions or just normal questions that I'll check. NCRT के बाद um, hmm, set 3 हाँ 31/3/3. मुझे कल संस्कृत था, so I have only 2 days for SST, economics and NCRT questions. That's it for now. NCRT and that extra question book. So starting development. The idea of development. Development about the ways in which we can work towards achieving. Qualitative development is where call it growth is qualitative increase, while development is quantitative and qualitative increase. Then we have what development is. Development is different people can have different development goals, and each person's development goal will might be conflicting compared to others, and it might also be what do you call it, opposite in nature or destructive in nature. Okay, development, different people can have different development goals, and development of one may not be development for the other, and also one's development goal may be contradicting in nature to the others, and also might be destructive in nature. Different people, different development goals. Development for one may not be development for the other, destructive for the other. Let's try to imagine what development or progress is likely to mean for different people. So for a landless rural laborer, rural laborer, they would want more days of work, better wages. So when you think about landless, they would want a land for them in their name so that they can start farming activities, or that they have something to say as theirs. Rural laborers, they would want laborers, so they would want more days of work, higher wages. They would want uh, like facilities for their children and families. So they would want a local school, and they would want to, okay, and then no discrimination, become leaders in the village as well. More days of work, better wages, no discrimination. They are also able to become leaders, and um, fourth one was quality education and quality schools in their village. prosperous farmers from Punjab. So farmers from Punjab, they would want higher MSP, high family income, higher support prices, and then they would want to settle their children abroad, want to give them higher education. They would want hardworking and cheap laborers. Hardworking and cheap laborers, settle their children abroad. Okay. Farmers who depend only on rain, they would want a good irrigation system. Those who um, depend only on rain would want loans to be like banks to give them loans so that they can set up their irrigation systems. Loan at low interest, set up irrigation, high yield, pay proper rainfall. Proper rainfall, set up irrigation, high yield, loan at low interest. Proper rainfall, set up irrigation, high yield, loan at low interest. Farmer who depends on rainfall, irrigation, high yield, low interest loan, and good rainfall. Urban unemployed youth. First then unemployed, so he would of course want job, and a job with proper payment and um, regular income and organized working conditions in an organized sector. And then we have boy from rich urban family. He would want to settle abroad, he would want to study abroad, he would want to get a very high income salary. Yes, a girl from a rich urban family, she would want to also study and develop herself more. She would like to you know, do things that she is restricted. That means she wants the freedom, decide what she wants, and pursue her studies abroad. Adivasi from the Narmada Valley, they want uh, rehabilitation and compensation and job. Narmada Valley because it is the place where the Sardar Sarovar Dam came. Okay, remuneration, uh, remuneration, nay, rehabilitation, compensation, job. Rehabilitation, compensation, job. Which are okay. Two people or group of persons may seek things which are conflicting. A girl expects as much freedom and opportunity as her brother, and that he also shares in the household work. Her brother may not like this. Similarly, to get more electricity, industrialists may want more dams, but this submerges the land and also disrupts the lives of people who are displaced, such as tribals. So then, equal treatment, freedom, security, respect of others, against discrimination. These are also things that people consider, not only money. So more income, more consumption, because material goods are not the only thing that we need. Quality of our life depends on non-material things as well. Quality depends on non-material things as well. Quality of our life depends on non-material things as well. Okay. For development, when we look at development, we look for a mix of goals. So when we look for development of certain things, we look at a mix of goals. So that women are engaged in paid work, their dignity in the household and society increases. Respect for the women, share of housework, acceptance. Okay. More income means more of all things that human beings need. So income is like the national income of a country helps us tell the lifestyle or the facilities or the resources that is available there. standard of living. In other words, more income means more of all these things that human beings need. Greater income is considered to be an important goal. Average income. Average income is the total income of the country divided by the total population. Average income per capita income. Total income of the country divided by total population. World Development Bank released the World Development Report. World Development Report was released by the World Bank, and in that it classified countries into rich countries, that is developed countries, middle income countries, that is developing countries, and low income countries, that is underdeveloped countries. This is on based of their per capita income. If the PCI of the country is lower than 25,000, no, $2,500, then it is a low income country. If it's between 2,500 to 45,700, no, 49,300. Oh, why am I getting mixed up? 2,500 and 49,300, then it's known as a developing country. And if it's above 49,300 per annum, then it is high income country. India is a low middle income country with $6,700 per year as its per capita income. Why do we take average? But why is PCI not a good way to you know, compare the countries? It's because it hides disparities. It does not tell us what an average person in the country earns. It just tells us um, so it can be that one person is earning a lot in the country while the rest of the countrymen and citizens are all poor. So equitable distribution is not shown through averages. So, high disparities. Averages. What does a developed education, health, PCI, infrastructure? Hmm. When we look at individual aspirational goals, we found that people not only think of better income but also have goals such as security, respect for others, equal treatment, freedom, etc. in mind. Similarly, when we think of nature, nation, or a region, infant mortality rate, the number of children that die before attaining the age of one as a ratio to proportion to 1,000 live children born that particular year. Infant mortality rate is the number of children that die before attaining the age of one as a ratio to 1,000 live births that year. Literacy rate, the percentage or the proportion of literate population who's above the age of 7, who can read and write at least one language. Then we have um, net attendance ratio. Net attendance ratio, the uh, number of children of 14 to 15 years attending school as a percentage of total number of children that same age group. 14 to 15 years attending school as a percentage to total number of children in that age group. So infant mortality infant mortality rate, net parents ratio, and literacy rate. Now, hmm, okay. Money in your pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that you may need to live well. It cannot buy us a pollution free environment. It cannot get us unadulterated medicines. And it also cannot protect us from infectious diseases. For many of the important things, the best way and the cheapest way is to provide the goods and services collectively. Children are not able to go to high schools because government has not provided adequate facilities. Kerala has a low IMR because it has adequate provisions of basic health and education facilities. Basic health, education facilities. Basic health and education facilities. The public distribution system also functions very well here. Public distribution system. Basic health, education, public distribution system. Farming. Farming. What am I doing? Farming is collectivization, collective form of ownership. Hmm. BMI is the kg by height squares in meters. Weight by height square. In meters. BMI is weight by height square. Weight by height square. Anything below 18.5 is undernourished, and 18.5 to 25 is correct normal weight, 25 above overweight. 18.5 to 25, 18.5 to 25, 18.5 to 25. Health and education indicators. Human Development Report by UNDP. UNDP is the United Nations Development Program, right? United Nations Development Program. Is it? Oh, full form is not given. Very nice. Health and education indicators. Human Development Report. UNDP compares countries based on education levels, health status, and per capita income. Education level, health status, per capita income. Education level, health status, per capita income. So what all do they use in HDI, Human Development Index, is that they take the PCI, they take the life expectancy, and they take the mean years of schooling. PCI, life expectancy, mean years of schooling. PCI, life expectancy, mean years of schooling. Life expectancy at birth denotes how much years a person, an average person, no, a person is expected to live in average. Mean years of schooling of people aged 25 and above. Life expectancy, gross national income. Okay, this is done. HDI, Human Development Index, 189 countries and all. Sri Lanka is much ahead of India. Nepal and Bangladesh have low PCI, but they have better life expectancy. So, uh, sustainability of development. Scientists have been warning that the present type and levels of development are not sustainable. We have not inherited the world from our forefathers, we have borrowed it from our children. So, groundwater, for example, groundwater is of serious overuse. Water level decline over 4 meters during the past 20 years, reduced over 4 meters in 20 years, and then 25 years, may 60% of the country would be doing the same if they present the ways of using this resource continuous. Present ways of, okay. In Punjab, Western Uttar Pradesh, and Haryana, a lot of water is used. Hard Rock Plateau and central southern India, coastal areas, urban settlements, groundwater is an example of renewable resources. These resources are replenished by nature in case of in the case of crops and plants. Groundwater, example of renewable resource, they are replenished by nature in case of crops and plants. These resources may be overused if we use them more than what is being replenished by rain. then we would be overusing this resource. If we use them more than what's been replenished by rain, we would be overusing it. Non-renewable resources, those who get exhausted after a few years of use. Non-renewable resources get exhausted after a few years of use, and a fixed stock on earth, and it cannot be replenished. Okay, crude oil. Crude oil is what I haven't understood this box at all. It's been one full year and I still haven't understood the purpose of this box. They don't say a single thing about crude oil's definition, they just give us statistics here. Crude oil is extracted from the earth as non-renewable resource. Crude oil is non-renewable, that means it's conventional resource, non-renewable resource. We may find a source of oil that we do not know of earlier. Okay. Explorations are being taken. Consequences of environmental degradation do not respect national boundaries. So, sustainable development should be practiced by all. Hmm. Health and income and education are important, way more important than PCI. Kerala. In sustainable development, try the geography part, it's fine. Earth has enough resources to meet the needs of all, but not satisfy the greed of one person. Yeah, that's Gandhiji said line, and that comes under resource development chapter. BMI. First chapter done. Sectors of Indian economy. It's a huge chapter with a lot of things to by heart, especially about how do you protect the uh, rural, people who live in, work in unorganized sectors. That question is a very important question, but I hate that question. And how to create more employment. That's also one question. Okay, huge chapter. Okay, we depend mainly. Okay, when we produce a good by exploiting nature. We exploit nature and produce a good, then it is a what do you call it? A natural product. It is a um primary sector work. When we exploit natural resources and produce a good, that is a activity of primary sector, also known as agriculture and related sector. Dairy, agriculture, fish and forestry. Dairy, agriculture, fish and forestry. And then we have um, this one, secondary sector. Activities in which natural products. Hey, secondary sector in which activities in which natural products are changed into other forms. Activities, natural products changed to other forms. Manufacturing sector, industrial sector, not produced by nature but has to be made with the help of the products from nature. Tertiary sector activities that help in the development of the primary secondary sector. what is tertiary sector? Helps in the development of the primary and secondary sector. Does not produce a good, but they provide an aid for the primary and secondary sector. Transport, storage, communication, banking, trade, IT, and then we have education, health, etc., etc., etc. Tertiary is also called service sector. Service sector includes some essential services that may not be directly help in the production of goods, like teachers, doctors, washermen, barbers, cobblers, lawyers, accountant works, information technology, call center, software companies, but they are all important. Then we have Taylor. Okay, comparison the three sectors. Here's when GDP comes. Okay, precaution. GDP, gross domestic product. Gross domestic product. So in while we calculate, why do we take only final goods and services? Because intermediate goods are used up in producing the final goods. As a result, the price of the intermediate goods is already included in the price of the final good. So then that is why if we would include the intermediate goods price as well, we would be uh, calculating the GDP in a wrong method. The value of goods and services produced in the value of goods and services produced in each sector in a year, in a particular year, provides the total production of the sector for that year. The value of goods and services, value of goods and services produced in a year. The value of final goods and services. Final is an important word. Value of final goods and services produced in a year in a particular sector is the production of the sector in that year, and then the sum of the production of all the three sectors gives us the gross domestic product. It shows how big the economy is. The measuring of the GDP is done by the central government ministry with the help of different government departments and the Indian states and union territories. They collect the information and then calculate the GDP. Historical changes. Um, Earlier, primary sector was the most important sector of economic activity because at that time uh, a lot of um, crops had to be produced to feed the population. So then methods of farming changed and agriculture started to prosper. Methods of farming changed, agriculture started to prosper. So then people started to take other activities as well. So then they started to get into the secondary sector where they would start manufacturing small things. After that, because new manufacturing techniques were introduced, factories came up and started expanding. So, mm people who had earlier worked on farms now began to work in the factories. So first primary sector ka agriculture and all improved. So then they got a lot more produce and product than earlier, and then they started to move on to the secondary sector. Then after a very long time, that's more than 100 years ke baad, the secondary sector's manufacturing industries, methods and all started to improve a lot. So then farmers started to work in the secondary sector now. Then it became the most important sector at that point of time. Then, in the past 100 years, there has been a further shift from secondary sector to tertiary sector. Secondary to tertiary developed countries में. Okay, total production employed in service sector. Mm, from the most important in terms of total production, and most of the people are working people. But the thing is that even though the tertiary sector is so huge and everything in terms of GDP, it does not provide that much employment. GDP's rise in importance. Is this then not responding? अरे अच्छा, why is this then not responding to me? अच्छा, why is the keyboard not typing? Is the keyboard not typing? Nay, I just now typed to message Amma. How many times should I click there? Here you see. Help me then. I want to message Amma. My studying is being disrupted because of this keyboard ka tamasha. Ciao. Order draft. Okay, huh? Hi, finally it works. Wait, let me try type first. Working. Cha. Nothing. rise in importance of tertiary sector. Living life, change the way I like. Rise in importance of tertiary sector. Several services, basic services, are required, and they are like hospitals, education, post and telegraph services, police stations, administration, defense, transport, banking, insurance, etc., etc., etc. These are the very basic, what do you call it, services that are required in a country. So the government has take responsibility to provide these services. Development of agriculture and the industry leads to development of the services, and greater the development of primary and secondary sector, more would be the demand of such services. After that, mm, income level rises, and the people start to demand more services like eating out, tourism, shopping, private hospitals, private schools, professional training, etc. New services of IT and communication has come up. This has been rising rapidly. Service sector employs different kind of people. Explain. So first thing is that employs highly skilled and educated workers. Service sector employs highly skilled and educated workers. Uh, there are a very large number of workers engaged in services such as small shopkeepers, repair persons, transport persons. There are skilled and highly skilled and educated people. At the same time, there are people who are not skilled workers. And then, like repair people, they perform these services because there is no alternative opportunity for work that is available for them. So when, even though tertiary sector is what gives us the most production, it is the one that does not employ that much. Primary sector, largest employer. Similar shift happened in primary sector. Why didn't it happen? Because there were not enough jobs created in secondary and tertiary sector. As a result, uh, the production of industries went up by 4 times, and there no three. Wait, what? Production went up by 9 times, and employment by 3 times. So production of industries went up by 9 times, and what do you call the other one? Employment went up by 3 times. Production 9 times, employment 3 times, in industries, and in this one, tertiary sector, production went by 14 times, and employment increased by 5 times. 1/6 of the GDP is only contributed by the primary sector, rest of it is between the tertiary sector and secondary sector. And then, so we need more employment generation activities in the secondary sector so that people can move from the primary sector to the secondary sector. So rural disguise unemployment, production, okay. Under other underemployment is hidden in contrast to someone who does not have a job and is clearly unemployed. It's known as disguised unemployment. People are working less than their potential. So even if that person or few people are removed from the farm, its activities would not be disturbed. Its production would not be disturbed because there was more than required people earlier in the farm. Okay. If we remove a lot of people from agriculture sector, provide them with proper work elsewhere, agriculture production will not suffer. Incomes of people will take up. Okay, incomes will increase. Okay, and then underemployment in urban areas. Those are casual workers who work for daily employment, painters, plumbers, repair people, others doing odd jobs. They don't find work every day, so they just spend the whole day working, but sometimes earn very little. They do not have better job opportunities. Okay. How to create more employment? Considerable underemployment is there in agriculture. So how we can create more employment is banks should provide loan to construct a well in farms. Then banks should start building dams so that dams can also provide irrigation as well as it can provide employment to the people while during the building process. And a road should be there to connect the village to the market so that the people can sell their produce in the markets and get a good money, get a good income. Transport should be there, storage should be there, storage, rural roads. So loan, dam, roads, transport, storage, low interest loans at reasonable rate, credit at reasonable rate. So, local industries and services, cold storage, honey collection. 60% of the population belongs to a group of 5 to 29 years. Only 51% are attending educational institutions. 60%, 51% of 60%. Only half of that, okay, attend educational institutions. Rest, especially children less than 18 years, are at home or maybe working as child laborers. Planning Commission, also known as Niti Aayog, a study conducted by the Planning Commission, the Niti Aayog. 20 lakh jobs can be created in the education sector. Education sector, 20 lakh jobs, and in the, what do you call it? Tourism sector, 35 lakh Jobs. Tourism improves every year. We can. Right to work. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Generation Act. National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. It's not Generation Act. It's Guarantee Act. National Employment Rural. Mahatma Gandhi National Employment Manrega. Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act of 2005. Under that, those who are able to earn and in need of work in rural areas are guaranteed 100 days of work in a year. and if they are not given the work, then there is an unemployment allowance given to them by the government. This will help them increase the production from land. Okay, so many subtopics of. Okay, organized sectors have regular salaries, they get provident fund, they get medical and other allowance. Regular salaries, provident fund, and uh, medical and other allowance. Salaries, provident fund, medical and other allowance, paid holiday, appointment letter, regular salary, provident funds, medical leave, other allowance, paid holiday, appointment letter. No other allowance for unorganized sector, not paid for the leaves they do not work, no paid holidays, can be asked to leave at any time. So then we have, um, why are they organized sectors? Why are they organized? Because they are registered under the government and have to follow the rules and regulations. They are registered by the government, have to follow the rules and regulations, and then they have to follow the Factories Act, the Minimum Wages Act, the Gratuity Payment of Gratuity Act, Shops and Establishment Act. Okay, Factories Act, Minimum Wages Act, Shops and Establishments Act, Payment of Gratuity Act, and everything. It is organized because it has formal procedures and processes. Even people who do not work under any company but work on their own, they have to register themselves with the government and follow these rules and regulations. They have secured employment, fixed number of hours to work, and they are paid overtime if they work extra, and also they have several other benefits. They get paid leave, payment during holiday, provident fund, gratuity, medical benefits, etc. They have a safe working environment and they even get pensions as well. But if in an unorganized sector, it is just small and scattered units, it is not under control of the government, rules are not followed, they are low paid, not regular jobs, and no provision for overtime, paid leave, holidays, leave due to sickness, etc. Not secure and can be asked to leave at any point of time. How to protect workers in the unorganized sector. Oh wait, I'm done. I have only two more topics. How to protect workers in unorganized sector. Unorganized sector may how can we protect them? So why do they do this? Why do many organized sectors go into unorganized sector? Because they want to evade taxes and refuse to follow the laws. So they want to evade taxes and refuse to follow the laws. So people have no other choice but enter the unorganized sector, and they get a very low salary and not paid a fair wage. Since the 1990s, a large number of workers also have been losing their job. So there is a need to protect and support these workers. So what can we do? Landless agricultural laborers, small and marginal farmers, and artisans uh, are there who work in the unorganized sector. Landless agricultural laborers, small and marginal farmers, artisans. Landless agricultural laborers, sharecroppers, artisans, etc., who work under the unorganized sector. 80% of rural households in India are small and marginal farmer category. They need timely delivery of seeds, agriculture input, and credit storage facilities, marketing outlets. Timely facility of seeds, storage, uh, um, agriculture inputs, credit, marketing outlets, etc. In urban, small scale industry, casual workers in construction, trade, and transport are the ones who work in the unorganized sector, and then everything. Government should help them, small scale industries, get the raw materials and have a market to sell in. They have to protect and support the unorganized sector in both economic and social development. They should give them a good wage, good environment. All acts should be made strict. Ownership, public and private. The government owns most of the. It is owned and controlled by the government. The assets and provides all the services. Private sector may owned and controlled by an individual or a group of individuals. Railways or post office are national public property, while Tisco, RIL, Tisco, RIL, and one more is there. One more was there, right? I don't remember the next one. Private sector activities are guided by the motive to earn money, profit, and you have to pay money to these individuals and to use the company's services. But public sector is not about to earn profit. They raise money through taxes to meet the expenses they meet. So there are many services needed by the society, but a private sector cannot provide this as a reasonable rate at a reasonable rate. This is because they need to spend a lot of money, which is out of their capacity, and also they have to collect a lot of money from the people. How will they be able to collect it from thousands of people across the whole country? So that is why, even though they provide these things, they would charge a very high rate for it. So that's why construction of roads, bridges, railways, harbors, electricity are all provided through the government. And okay, government may uh, government support the private sector to continue the production of business. Sometimes selling electricity at the cost of generation will push the production of goods in many industries. But government steps in, producing, supplying electricity at rates which the industries can afford. Government has to bear a part of the cost. Government has MSP, fair price, so they store in godowns the grains, sell it at lower price to the consumers to ration shops. There are large number of activities which are primary responsibility of government. Government must spend on these health and education, proper schools and everything. Pay, two more chapters only. 5 minute break. My eyes are aching. Oh, no wonder I set this timer here, this one, to 120 minutes. It's actually supposed to be 180. That is why it's already at half. Yeah.
Hey developers, join us for the biggest AI competition with over $10,000 in cash prizes. Yep, that's right, over $10,000 in cash prizes. Yep, that's right, over $10,000 in cash prizes.
Oh, all my desktop audio was going.
Yep, that's right, over $10,000 in cash prizes.
Oh, all my desktop audio was going. Uh-huh. Uh, money and credit. Where's that mouse? पानी चाहिए पानी. Money and credit. Let's come on finish this then. Or should we do development first? Development is small. No, we'll keep the small one for last. A person holding money can easily exchange it for any commodity or service that he or she might want. Prefers to receive payments in money. Both parties have to agree to sell and buy each other's commodities. This is known as double coincidence of wants. Double coincidence of wants. Economy where money is in use, money eliminates the need of coincidence of wants. Money acts as an intermediate in exchange process. That is why it's known as a medium of exchange. We have seen that money is something that can act as a medium of exchange in transactions. And before the introduction of coins, a variety of objects were used as money, like grains and cattle as money. The metallic coins came, gold, silver, copper coins. After that, note paper note money came, and money earlier modern currency was not made of precious metals, and they were not of everyday use like cattle or grain, but still it's accepted as a medium of exchange. This is because it is authorized by the government of the country. Why is it accepted as a medium of exchange? Why is money accepted as a medium of exchange? It is authorized by the government. Government, and then it Reserve Bank of India prints the money on behalf of the government. Reserve Bank issues currency notes on behalf of the central government. No other individual can legally issue currency. The law legalizes the use of rupee as a payment method which cannot be refused in India. Nobody can legally refuse a payment made in rupees, and that is why it is accepted as a medium of exchange. First one is that because it is authorized by the government, and then second one is that because it is because Reserve Bank prints it. Second, third one is um, RBI. No, it's illegal for others to print it. Fourth one is uh, it cannot be refused legally in the country. The payment, and then that's it. Last conclusion. Okay, other forms of payment, deposits with bank. People only need some currency for their day-to-day needs, so the extra currency they deposit it in the bank. So banks accept the deposits and pay an amount as interest. People's money is safe with the bank, and also they earn an amount as interest. People also have provisions to withdraw the money as and when they want to. Demand deposits. People can deposit their money in the bank and also can withdraw it at any point of time. This is known as demand deposits because it can be withdrawn on demand. They are called as demand deposits. This facility is an essential characteristic of money. We were payment by check. Check is a piece of not piece of paper. Check is a paper instructing the bank to pay a person certain amount from the person's account to the person to the other person's account in whose name the check has been issued. Hmm. Then we see that demand deposits share essential features of money. Checks against demand deposit make it directly to settle payments without the use of money, cash. Since demand deposits are accepted widely as a means of payment, they constitute money in modern currency, modern economy. And then we have mm, loan activities, Salim and Sapna's issues. Okay, banks 15% have to be kept as uh, cash deposit. Loans are there, higher interest rate on what they offer on deposits, higher interest rate on loans than what they offer on deposits. So the difference between what is charged from the borrowers and what is paid to the depositors is the main source of income. And then credit can be positive and negative. Credit is an agreement in which the lender supplies the borrower with money, goods, or services in return for the promise of future payment. Future payment का promise में. Salim ka story I know. Swapna's story also I know. Do I have to read it again? Credit therefore plays a vital and positive role in this situation. In rural areas, the main demand for credit is for crop production. Credit pushes the borrower into a situation in which recovery is very painful. They fall into a debt trap. Collateral is an asset that the borrower owns and uses this as a guarantee to the lender until the loan is repaid. Collateral asset that the borrower owns uses this as a guarantee to a lender until the loan is repaid. This collateral can be land, building vehicle, or livestock, or deposits with the bank. What are terms of credit? Terms of credit are interest rate, collateral, documentation required, and mode of repayment. Interest rate, collateral, documentation required, mode of repayment. They vary depending on the nature of the lender and the borrower. Okay. Shyam Lal, Raman, Arun. Mm-hmm. Farmers cooperatives, Krishak cooperatives. Okay, 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 okay. Formal, informal, then we have self help groups, and this chapter is over. Then we have only a small thing for globalization, and then economics is over. Wow. Formal sector credit. Reserve Bank of India supervises the functioning of formal sources of loan. They have to maintain a minimum cash balance and then monitor to make sure that they actually maintain this cash balance. They see that they give loans not only to profit making people but also to small cultivators. Then they have to submit the info to the RBI and how much they are lending to whom and at what interest rate. And then formal has less interest, informal has more interest, formal is monitored by RBI, informal is not monitored, formal has terms of credit, informal does not have terms of credit, formal gives notice, informal does not give notice. Self help groups. Typical SHG has 15 to 20 members. Saving per member varies from 25 rupees to 100 rupees. They can take small loans in the group itself. The group charges interest, but it is still less than the money lenders charges. And then it becomes eligible for availing a gold loan from the bank in a year or two after they compile their savings. Then the loan is sanctioned in name of group. They create self-employment opportunities and small loans are also provided. And the important decisions are taken by the members of the group itself. And then any case of non-repayment by loan, it's followed up seriously by other members. So the banks are that's why willing to lend to poor people when organized in SHGs, even though they do not have any collateral. SHGs are the building blocks of organization of the poor people. Not only does it help women become financially reliant, regular meetings of the group provide a platform to discuss and act on a variety of social issues, health, nutrition, domestic violence, etc. Grameen Bank of Bangladesh. Grameen Bank, 1970s, 9 million members in 81,600 villages. Poorest sections of the society. Poor women are reliable borrowers. They can start and run a variety of income generating activities successfully. Globalization. 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 What is globalization? In the past 2 to 3 decades, more and more MNCs have been looking for locations around the world which could be cheap for their production. Foreign investments by MNCs in these countries has been rising. At the same time, foreign trade between countries has been rising rapidly. A large part of the foreign trade is also controlled by MNCs. For instance, the car manufacturing plant Ford Motors in India not only produces cars for the Indian market but also export cars to other developing countries and car components for its many factories around the world. And then we have globalization is a process of rapid integration. Uh, Globalization process of rapid integration or interconnection between countries. More and more goods and services, investments and technology are moving between the countries. Okay, movement of people, better income, job, education, rapid improvement technology, one of the factors stimulated globalization process, made delivery of goods across long distance possible. Information and communication technology, email and IT has played a major role in spreading out reduced structure of services. Tax on imports is an example of trade barrier restriction has been set up, increase or decrease foreign trade and to decide what kind of goods and how much of each should enter the country, protect the producers within the country from foreign competition. Then time came for when India producers have to compete with producers around the globe. It improves the performance of producers within the country since they would have to improve the quality. Barriers from foreign trade and foreign investments were removed to a large extent. Imported and exported easily and then set up factories and offices. Removal of barriers and restrictions set up by government is known as liberalization. Allowed to make decisions freely about what they wish to import or export, and also uh, much less restrictions than before. They were more liberal. I'm done. I have to do questions. Then I can completely kick economics to the side. Quite literally. I have to do development. I've done sectors of Indian economy already. I have done money and credit already. So I have to do development and I have to do mm which one? Globalization. We'll do development. Page number 13. 3 MCQs were there last year. Short answer, long answer, no case-based questions. Taram, taram, taram. Different people, different development goals. 3 markers arise from income and other goods, national development. Factory workers, factory workers, better wages, development for landless farmer, farmer के लिए more days of work and better wages. Development of a country can be generally determined by its per capita income, average literacy rate, health status of its people, all of the above. Sustainable Development Goals, social equality with regards to what are they? Social equality. Okay. Question 5. 3,900. Rank. Is it India or Nepal? India. Between Myanmar, Nepal, and Afghanistan, India is the one that has a better rank. Better rank. I have to find the person's BMI. What is this? I'm leaving the question. This one, A. Ah, 45 by 1.78 into 1.78. I am not using the calculator. 45 by, divide by 5 or 9. 9 twos are 18. 1, 9 twos are 18. 9 fives are 45. 22 has come. Now what will you do? 5k short if you divide. It won't happen. 2 into 11. 2 you can divide. 5 into 100 into 100 by 2 into 11 into 1, 11, 11, 10, 7, no, 11 into 178, 2 to 50. Now with 178 you can make it 8 twos are 16, 1, 9 twos are 18, 69 plus 69, 69 plus 69, right? That is 69 times 2. So that 2 again take and cut that 15 to 25. Now you've got 69 by 100. So what can you do? 5 you cannot divide 69 with. 25 you cannot divide with 3 also. 11 you can't divide with anyone. So do 11 with 25 and then multiply the rest. And 500 by 69 into this one 25 by 11. 69 by 500. 5 9 5s are 45. 5 6 5s are 30. Wait, 34 something, right? Times 6. 9 6s are 54. 6 6 are 36. 41. That's fine. 6s are 6s are 54. 5 goes up. 6 5s are 30. No, 6 6 are 36. 36 plus 5 is 41. 414. 500 minus 414. 620. 80. 86. 86. So now you get 86 with 86. Can you do 86 normally? Wait, actually you can use sevens. Sevens are 4, 70, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, 1 goes up. 6, 7, 8, 483. So then with 483, what you can do is 483, then you have 7, then you have 17. 17, 7.7. God, either I'm horrible at maths or something is wrong with my head. 11 with 25, you can divide it by 2, 22.30 is again 22, 80 is 7, 2.27, 7 to the 14, 1 7 to the 14, 15.4, 15.4. I think it's option C. Wait, I didn't erase it. Yay. Oh, why is this not erasing? Uh-huh. Let's check. AADB. AADB. AAAC. 4 A's. AAAAC. BCCCD. Where is that? BCCCD. 15 is what? BACD. C. BACDC. 20 is A. 20 is wrong. Definitely wrong. Gone. I don't know how to calculate BMI. 21 is B. B, B, C, A, A. B, B, C, A, A. Oof. Everything's correct except the BMI one. I'm so happy. Now, assertion reason. A, B, A, D. A, B, A. How is that A? How is that A? A, B, A, B, A. Next one is what? D. Oh, actually, I'm actually wrong here. D is it? D is right. Question number 5 is what? A, C, A, A. 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 Come on, really. A. A, C, A, A. Ah, it's fine. Three assertion reason wrong out of 8, but it's fine. Oof. I want to stop so bad. This chapter is over. Which one? Development, right? Then this one. Globalization Indian economy 83 page. 83 to 91. That is first 3 pages was an introduction. 90. It's only 2 pages or what? 83, 84, 85. 83. Oh, 3 pages was an introduction. 86. Above 4 plus 1. 5 pages. 1, 2. Correct. 5 pages only. It's the small one. I look at one now. On long answer. No case based study from globalization. Definition of globalization. Technology. Role of IT. Role of IT. Liberalization. Very important. ट्रेड बैरियर्स एंड देयर रिमूवल के बारे में हाँ identify correct statements about globalization removal of barriers for the government through foreign companies are allowed to set up factories through has enabled all companies to increase their investments I don't know has lessened foreign investment in foreign trade no has enabled. 1, 2 is there. 3 is there or not, I'm not sure, but 1 and 2 is definitely there. That is there. Okay. And then we have MNCs have been looking for locations around the world which offer technology, qualified scientists, cheap production, became most. I think cheap production, globalization, process rapid increase between countries, MNCs. By the 1990s, right, trade barrier was removed. 1991, I think. Both are false. She, 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 A, B. 3 is B, A, B, A, 5A, 6B, correct. A, C, B, C, D. A, C, B, C, D. B, C, D, B, D. B, C, D, B, D. All MCQs are correct. Assertion, reason, 2 are wrong. Okay, it's fine. Now, subjective questions. Define globalization, process of rapid migration or interconnection between countries. Globalization boosts for services, investments, and technologies between different countries. Liberalization, liberalization. taram, taram, taram. Taram, 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 taram. Takita, taka, takita, rajam, ta. Globalization over. I'm done. I'm going. I have to sleep. Do I quit or do I pause? Do I have anything more to check? I don't think so. I checked the notebook, I checked the textbook. Nothing more. Yeah, that's it. Quit. Why do I have a card like that next to my name? What should I do? Claim? And here, group, I have to plant my farm. What should I do in desert? Okay, I click there. Do I click plant? Plant. Congratulations, together you turn the desert into a forest. Okay. Rescue the desert, plant as many trees. Plant, plant, plant. No, this will do. No, it's grown into cactus. Okay, done. How do you stop streaming?